Hi guys, it's Diamond. Welcome back to my channel. I am the home girl and home healer, and I am here to help guide you on your home ownership journey, whatever that means to you. Whether you want to buy or sell your first home, or you're here to cultivate inner peace and inner home, I'm here to provide you with tips and tricks on how to actually achieve those goals. This channel here empowers Black women to create spaces of joy, peace, and ownership. So join me on this ride. In today's video, we are actually gonna respond to another YouTuber. I'm gonna butcher her name. She is a Black queen. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna link her video below. Her content is amazing, especially if you are interested in buying your first home. She provides really great advice. I'm not here to critique her at all. I'm just here to add to the conversation, right? And this video, we're gonna talk about the strategy for buying a home in 2024. Now, we have about 6 months left, right? So if you're trying to what's the move? What are we doing? This video is gonna help you do that and figure that out. So listen to this video, listen to what I have to say, take notes, get a pen, get a piece of paper, get your phone, I don't know, get something, write it down. Okay, so in her video, she talks about this two-pronged strategy, which again, I have no qualms about. The strategy is make sure that you can afford the home that you want to buy right now. And the other strategy is purchase a home that can potentially be an investment property. Again, I think both pieces of this advice is great for a first-time home buyer in this market because we have this sensationalized news about this crash that's going to come, or interest rates are gonna drop so low and you're waiting for that. Okay, well, everyone and their mother is waiting for that moment. So if you can afford to buy now with today's interest rates, you should do that. You can assess the situation and say, look, I could afford this, I can ride this out, and then when rates drop, I'm hitting up my lender, and that's what we're doing. We are readjusting, right? So that is a really smart approach. Buy what you can afford at this moment. Don't be on the sidelines waiting for that moment in history that we don't know is gonna happen for you to buy. Because like I said, everyone is doing that, and that's just going to increase competition, right? Which increases the price, which means you get priced out, and we did this for nothing, right? The second approach that she mentioned too is to purchase a home that potentially can be an investment. And so what that looks like is buying multifamily up to 4 units, right? You live in one and you rent out the other, or you purchase a home that potentially has an ADU, or you can add an ADU, or you can convert an ADU. And that is a really great strategy because you can use the potential rents to help you qualify for the loan, right? When you're working with a really great and savvy lender, there are programs out there and there are ways to just make you look stronger on paper to qualify for more money. And then also, right, should you have a renter in your home and God forbid something happens, they're paying rent, which is covering your mortgage. So that's also just a really great strategy. So her video was super short. That's what she discussed in a nutshell. I'm assuming that you already want to buy a home, right? I'm not in the business to convince you to buy a home. That's not my job. I want to work with people that want to buy a house. I don't want to feel like I'm forcing you to do anything. This is a dream for me, to want to buy a home as well. So I approach my clients how I would want to be approached. And I wouldn't want to work with someone that is selling me on something, right? So I'm not selling you on the idea of purchasing a home, but I am educating you on how you should do it and what are the best ways to go about it, right? Because there are a lot of people out there that could buy a home, but they're sitting on the sidelines or reading news or listening to their pessimistic friends. They're not having that cheerleader and that coach that are giving them skills on how to actually achieve this dream. This is a dream for millions of people. And if this is something you really want to do, I want to help you do it. With all of that being said, here are some additional tips and a bit of strategy for 2024. So you may or may not have heard that NAR is like doing some crazy thing and blah, blah, blah. And so the way that you buy a home is gonna be a little different now. Like, gone are the days when like you and Bae or like you and your mom or you or whoever are like riding around and you see an open house sign and you're like, oh my gosh, I wanna go into that open house. Well, you're gonna be hit with some forms that you have to sign, and that can be a little overwhelming. You're like, I just wanna look at the house. Why do I have to sign these documents? I say that to say that if home ownership is on the horizon for you, and this is something that you really want to do, start looking for a realtor now, because you will have to work with a realtor before you enter a home. Either you have to work or sign a document with the realtor that's showing the open house, or you already have a trusted realtor that you're like, I want to work with this person. They're going to help me get through the finish line. So start that research now. Get out there and like see who's in your area, see someone that you like would want to work with. I'm personally on a hair lock journey, right? Like I want to put locks in my hair. And I cannot tell you how many YouTube videos I've watched, how many Google searches I've done. I've paid for 2 consultations, mind you, for locticians so I could figure out who I want to work with to do my hair. This is my hair we're talking about. This is a home we're talking about. So if I'm taking all these steps to figure out like who's putting their hands in my hair, I feel like you should be taking the steps to figure out who do you want to work with? Like, who is going to guide you on this journey? Obviously, I say me, but you wanna make sure it's a right fit, right? And you're not just looking at like IG followers and all of that stuff because they may be super busy or like you're just another number, right? But you wanna see like, do we gel? Do we vibe? Do you have kids? I have kids. Do we have that in common? Are you looking at the same things that I'm looking at? Those are some of the things that you would want to take into consideration. And so I say interview as many agents as you feel until you find the match. That is one piece of strategy that I would like to add to this 2-prong method of, long-term home ownership goals and affordability is figure out who you want to work with as your realtor. My second piece of advice in this strategy also ties to research, right? And that is finding a lender. It's like, how do you know what you can afford? Like, how do you know what price works for you? Well, you'll only know that if you start working with a lender. So get your fingers, you go on Google. Also, matter of fact, I'll link it below. I have a guidebook on what it is like to buy a home in Los Angeles. It is a step-by-step guide. It is free. And I have lenders that my clients have had success with in the past. I talk about this before, but finding your lender is just as important as finding your realtor, right? Like they are hand to hand, they work hand in hand. They are your team that is going to get you through this thing. And you also want to find a lender that has worked with that realtor in the past, right? Or they have some connection. The lender or the realtor understands that lender's work ethic, right? And they have a good relationship. They're in communication with each other. So ultimately, like that is the dream team, a lender and a realtor that have worked together. Same approach with like looking for your realtor. Research as many lenders as possible. Put in applications with as many lenders as possible. If you are a self-employed person, like work with a lender that has experience working with a self-employed person. There are different lenders that have also different programs, right? From the past, I don't know if this is still going, but one lender that I've worked with in the past had a special program. Homes in LA, you only had to put a certain amount of percent down, and it was exclusive with that lender. It was an awesome program that got a lot of people in homes that they typically wouldn't be able to afford, because in LA, down payment is really one of those things that holds a lot of people back from purchasing a home, because our homes are so expensive here. But anyways, finding a lender, doing your research, seeing what programs they have, date your lender, right? Date your lender, date your realtor, and then you commit, right? After you've like found that match. And that is a really good piece of strategy. You want to work with these people it may take you a while to find a home. It may take a really short amount of time, but like these are the people that you're going to be calling, texting, emailing, and so you want to make sure that the vibe is right. So yeah, finding the right lender, finding the right realtor, and getting that perfect match is very, very important. It is an important piece of this strategy. So you have affordability, you have long-term home ownership goals that potentially can be an investment property. You have a great agent, you have a great lender. The last thing that I would say is get in if you can, right? That kind of ties into affordability, but even more so, like if you can't afford it, do it. Approach this process with curiosity, with a bit of fear, but also a bit of fearlessness, with the right mindset. Go into it excited that you're going to talk to people that are experts in this field, people that have like really creative ways to get you into the home of your dreams. I just say that because prices aren't going down. I don't say that to scare you, of course. I say that to light a fire under you, especially if you know that you want to buy. There may be less competition, right? But there's still a lot of competition. Like my clients are looking in Arcadia and Alhambra, and there were 30 offers on one home, 10 plus offers on another home. I've had clients that we've got outbid on teardowns. Again, we're in Los Angeles, so it is a different beast. So if you want to do this, you can do it. Get in now and do the research now so that you are just set up for the best outcome, so that you are set up for success. I say it in my name. I'm the homegirl. I am here to guide you. I am your cheerleader. I am your rock. I am your advocate, like advocate with a capital A. I go hard for my clients. I want it for them like I want it for myself, right? I am really in it with you step by step. So I hope you take this information and apply it to the rest of your 2024. Start researching realtors, start interviewing lenders, right? And think about the long-term goal. We're here in Los Angeles. Home values are only gonna go up. Price is also only gonna go up, but you're making a long-term investment, and I hope you do it with me by your side. So comment, like, subscribe. I will put down below my guide on how to buy a home in Los Angeles so that you can start there, right? See what lenders are in that guidebook and make some connections. Also, feel free to comment down below, like what are you looking for in a home? Or is there anything else maybe that you would add to this video? I feel like these are some really strong strategy tips though to wrap up the year, and these will also guide you into 2025 as well. Thank you so much for watching my video. It's been a pleasure. Bye.